Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks to you for joining us for the next few hours as we dive back through some of the very best bits of our drive time shows over the past year.
Welcome back to Drive Time on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is alongside. We're live at James Maddison's Golf Day. We had some big names, actually, and they continue. I'll say hello to our next one off the conveyor belt in just a moment. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to Chelsea's Europa Conference League final. That's tomorrow evening. It's live on talkSPORT, of course, against Real Betis. Just quickly, Newcastle United Sporting Director Paul Mitchell is to leave the club by mutual consent at the end of June, less than 12 months after his appointment. And the British and Irish Lions board is considering a proposal for hello to a superstar actor, comedian. I use the word comedian rather than funny man. I hate the words funny man. It's too much pressure, but we know he's a huge West Ham fan. Let's say hello to the brilliant Tom Davis. Hello, Tom.
Hello, chaps.
How are you?
Very well. Yeah, cold and wet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you not showered yet?
No. I'm literally. I'm going to try. I've got a thing tonight. I've got a gig tonight, so I'm going to try and go and get a sauna quickly.
Oh, it's very kind that you stay and have a chat with us.
And try and get some food. I've been sneaking around the kitchens trying to get something to eat after the game. I had that weird thing. I saw you at the halfway house, but the halfway house for me was like 4 holes in. So I'd had a burger. Yeah, I'd have liked it halfway through.
That's a good point, because we all started a shotgun start. We all started on different holes.
So it was my half. Yeah, it was like a quarter of the way in. So I've been starving. When you're 6'7", you're in this cold.
I've
just been watching Darren eat that pizza and leave the crusts.
Didn't offer.
Yeah, I thought I can't really just walk up to Benty and start like eating this crust of his pet. I could do that with my daughter, a toddler, but doing it to
don't do it. You know, you can see a dog eat and you go up to it and they growl. That's what he's like.
Oh, really? No. He goes back in as well. I mean, also I couldn't introduce myself. Are you done with those crusts? Can I have those, please? She's sneaking around for leftovers.
Before we talk about your team, West Ham, let's talk about your golf. How was it? What did you play off?
I'm being kind with that. I played off 28 today. Do you know what? Back nine was amazing. I played really. It came together a little bit more, but front nine was woeful. I stunk up the place. It was absolutely embarrassing.
Do you love golf? I'm so addicted to golf now.
I love it. I adore it. I like. Yeah, it's something. What I like is you can have a game against anyone, no matter how good they are. Like today, the two guys I was playing with. I mean, we got let down. Jack Wiltshire pulled out this morning. She just didn't turn up, which was disappointing. Because I was looking forward to seeing Jack.
Just 3 of you, was there?
Just 3.
Oh wow, that's tough.
Man down. Yeah, essentially a sending off. Yeah, having to go for a man down. It was, and when for the first 9 holes, 2 men down because I was so bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was putting in it was an awful state.
How often do you play?
I've been busy. Fortunately, and also I have a 3-year-old. So the amount of times you can actually get out when you've got a toddler, is if you're at work all the time and then you're going to your missus, I'm going to go out and play 18 holes of golf. She's like, how about?
Let's talk about your beloved West Ham.
Yeah.
How long have you been a West Ham fan for? Why West Ham? I'm guessing it was the first game you went to as a kid?
No. I went to quite a few games before. It was for other family members. My dad's one of those people who supported. He'd go to Fulham, he'd go to Arsenal, he'd go to any number of clubs. He just loved football. And I went to West Ham with other family members and just loved it and just fell in love with it as a club and just felt, I think, the adrenaline and just being at somewhere like. But I'd go to a lot of football. I've sort of always. I love West Ham, obviously. I go to West Ham quite a lot, but I'd go and watch anyone. I love football.
What sort of players were you watching as a kid? Give us some names.
It would have been Cotty, McAvenny, Dix was my favourite. I love Julian Dix. I loved everything he stood for. I played in a charity match with him and he absolutely ripped me to pieces.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I brought some new fancy boots.
Oh, no.
And they were a pair of white boots, and he turned around to me afterwards and he went, if you got the receipt, you'll get your money back on them. You've not seen the ball. He's lovely, but legend of a man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was, and later years, the Canio and all that, Trevor Sinclair and all that. So yeah, it's but very much just enjoy football. I love well, I love sport in general. I'm just terrible at nearly all of it.
How have you assessed West Ham season? Obviously, changed midway through. Potter comes in. I think you finished 14th this season. How would you assess it?
Well, I think finishing 14th on what has been not a particularly good season, finishing above the teams that we finished above is okay. You got to let Potter, hopefully. I was just saying to you before we came on air, I just feel that I don't quite know who. We don't feel like I don't know what West Ham are at the moment. I think and the teams around us who are sort of year 2 or 3 into their projects. When you look at Brighton or Fulham or Brentford, who feel like that little bit further. Forest now, they feel like they've got an identity, and we feel that we're lacking that. And I think we need and I think you're going to have to come quite quickly into next season, because I think, the likes of Spurs now with Champions League. I think United, obviously what happens to United, but I think a lot of those teams around us, Wolves even, will come in sort of running, and I think we've got to find that pretty quickly. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of players we sign. And just how we start, sort of how we look as a team, I guess, is going to be the interesting thing.
We were talking to James Maddison at the top of the show. That's the reason why we're here. And we were talking about, the monkey's off the back now, right? For a long, long time, it was like Spursy. Now they've won it, right? And I just wonder, from your perspective as a West Ham fan, what did that Europa Conference League do? What did that win do for you and your club? I
think it was an incredible thing. I was still to this day gutted I wasn't there, but I would be standing here as a single man who just saw it at a weekend. I had 2 weeks off for the whole year. I was touring, I was filming, and I said to my wife, "We'll go away," and that were the 2 weeks. And so, mate,
where'd you watch it?
I watched it in a bar with a load of Italians supporting foreign teams. So it was a hell of a thing to watch, but yeah, I think there's an element of that. But also I think football, it's dramatically changed, isn't it, in the last few years? I think when it comes to what they run, being run as a business, I think the way that things are done, and I think weirdly that feels quite a long time ago now. As silly as it sounds, I think you're judged on quite quickly on how you're performing, and I think actually the levels seem to have grown. I think just looking at this season, and I don't think this has been the best Premier League season we've ever seen. I think Liverpool have been brilliant. I think they've run away with it, but I think there's been other teams in and around that who are sort of a little bit off it. And I think next year, could be a year where you go a lot of, even not necessarily money spent, but I think teams will feel like they re-up and they go, oh, they've grown, they've got a lot better. And I think at the moment, when I look at West Ham, my worry is obviously Jared Donner is incredible.
Jared who?
Jared
Donner. You never heard that?
I've never heard that one. Have you heard that, Jared Donner?
Never.
Jared's amazing. And
his goal,
guy.
by the way, was it 2 weeks ago? The little flick up and
volley.
Mate,
that was incredible.
And just a love. I don't know if you've interviewed him, but he's just an absolute gentleman and embodies what I think West Ham and footballers should represent. He's great. I think Max Gilman, great season. But I think I look around that team and I'm like, I don't quite know what it is, and I just think, right, it needs what's Potter got to spend and what have we got, and then you worry what money have you got, So I think kudos. I think after he scored a great goal the other night. David didn't even celebrate, and you think, well, he's probably going to go now. So whatever's going to happen to Paqueta, that's a very West Ham problem.
I do think for West Ham moving forward, it is about what you can. Of course, you're going to have to bring in some players, I think, to make the squad a little bit thicker, and certainly the way that Potter wants to play. But I do think it's important that you however you have to do it, you have to keep hold of Jared Bowen, and that the club keeps progressing at the rate with Jared Bowen, because at the minute he's one of the best attackers in the league, in the Premier League.
He's phenomenal, but I also think what will be interesting is just there's a couple of young boys that have been away on loan, Potts and stuff, who will be interesting to see if Potter starts putting them into the team and. I mean, the Souček thing is, we were just talking just before we came on. I love Thomas. I think he's again a great advocate for the club. But how do you mould that into a team that is how Potter plays, football and whatever? So it's just, I mean, Bissaka as well this year. I think Bissaka was one of the signings of the season. He's mustard, And
you got him for a bargain, right? Because we paid 50 million for him from Palace.
But him and Jared together linked so beautifully.
Important.
But then, it's just the rest of it, and you don't want to get left behind. And it's going to be interesting to see. I think Leeds are a more formidable team coming up than the three who just run down. I think that if they spend the money well, they could be quite a threat. Burnley and Sunderland we'll see, but it certainly. I mean, you must have felt that as a United fan.
We don't need to talk about my team.
No, we do.
We should talk about it. I think it's a great. I mean, there's a fire sale there. That's like a pound shop now. Is everyone?
Feels like a pound shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I keep saying to people? If anyone's looking for a good drama to make, it's like, that is Succession. What's happened at Man United?
Yeah.
Essentially, we're watching in real time what is Succession. It's like, what is going on at that club? Because
I
it's
think
like
depression.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Succession.
No, but I'm like, it's as much as we all have banter, we're football fans, but I'm like, I grew up in a time where Man United were the most dominant force in Europe. Europe, arguably the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
What has happened? It's like there's got to be a steward's inquiry as to what's going on there.
Yeah.
Why'd you get broken?
I mean, I was going to say thanks for coming on now, but I feel we're on such a negative note now. We haven't even talked about Arsenal doing nothing this year.
Really good place,
Just before I let you go, the aspirations for West Ham, you started off by saying, I don't know what we are. What's a good finish, apart from, of course, a title or a trophy somewhere, but what is a good finish? Top 10?
I'd love to see, top 10, but I'd really like to see a good cup run again. I think what Palace have done this season should be an inspiration for everyone. I think, weirdly, the last 2 seasons, yourself, but Palace this year has really put the FA Cup back on the map. I think it's shout out to Palace and that team, and I think they've been amazing. So a good cup run would be amazing. But I just think just turning up and going, this is what West Ham are now. This feels like, and I think we've had quite a long time, and shout out David Moyes for everything he did for us. But
do you like the stadium now?
No.
Does it feel at home yet?
No.
Wow.
Okay. See, we're ending on a negative note.
Back
to Man United.
It's like having brought a crap house that you don't ever want to go back to.
Oh, really? Is that how it feels? Is that how it still feels?
No, look, the European nights were phenomenal. They were great, and those big games, your Tottenhams and stuff. It's still, mate. I loved Upton Park. I still to this day don't know why we started calling it the bowling ground in the last year.
That was bizarre.
It was insane, wasn't it? Yeah. All of a sudden, someone said a memo around. Go, let's just change the name of it for a year. But I still struggle there. It's not. But then football's moved on. It's a business now. It's not the same game, is it? You know what I mean?
You've been a superstar. Thanks. I know I drive you mad to come on, but I appreciate your time.
No. Thank you for having me.
I know you love
I listen.
football.
This is one of my favourite things to listen to.
Oh, that's very kind.
When I'm going to gigs and when I'm about, I listen and I watch the little clips.
Oh, that's
you two
nice.
are brilliant together.
Well, that's very kind. And you make it a perfect 3. Thank you so much for your time. Round of applause for Tom, everyone. Tom
Thank you
Davis.
very much. Cheers, guys.
We're going to have a quick break. More big names continue after this live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Hey everyone, we're back. More festive highlights from across the year coming up.
It's up to you, mate. It's totally up to you.
You listen to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is alongside. We're live at the James Maddison Golf Day. We've had some exceptional names alongside us. None more so than who we're joined by now. It gives me great pleasure to say welcome to talkSPORT and Drive Time to John Terry. How are you, John?
Thank you, guys. Very good. Good to see you both.
Do I call you JT or John Terry?
No, he doesn't.
JT.
No,
JT. No, I like
let him.
JT. I like that. I'm in the group now. We're a gang.
You're in the golf chat. We're good.
How are you?
Really well. Really good.
We'll talk football in a bit,
Yeah.
right? Let's talk golf.
Yeah.
A lot of Spurs fans in there, not happy with the numbers you're putting through. So you went round in 4 under today.
I've had a very good day today. So I was 4 under today. I've won the trophy, and I've got up to a bit of heckling and a few boos. But it's been a week, and I've won the same amount of trophies as Spurs. Get on that.
There
Get
it
on
is.
that. There it is.
Please tell me you said that in that room.
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, of course I did.
I think it's one more than Arsenal this season, isn't
Oh, here we go. We're not talking about Arsenal.
it? But you enjoyed it. It's tough, right? Really tough conditions.
Yeah, first time I played here, but tough. When it rains, that's not for me. Like, I wouldn't normally play in the rain, but because we're here for Maddison the Golf Day, everyone stayed out, which is great. But yeah, tough conditions today.
You're playing like 3 or 4 times a week?
I love it, yeah.
It's proper, isn't it?
It's the one thing, Ben, I'm surprised you've not got in. It's the one thing since playing that gives me a buzz that's close to football.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't get there, but it's the closest thing.
In
that
what
gets
respect?
there for me.
The camaraderie with your mates on the golf
The
course? or
camaraderie
the
for
feeling?
4 or 5 hours, the feeling of shooting well or playing well, that feeling of, I practice quite a lot as well, and that kind of work ethic and seeing the results come through is nice.
Okay, you play, what was it you said, 4 or 5?
5, I'm off, yeah.
So I get that from paddle.
He plays paddles.
Paddles,
every day.
What a
I play
game.
every day.
What a game.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't get me started on that now, you
Every day I
two.
play.
You play that as well?
Oh, mate, I love paddle.
Oh, there we go, all right.
Oh, now this is what I pay money to
Alright.
see. But
Who'd
you
you
got to play
play?
doubles, right?
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, double. Well, it's a doubles game, isn't
Yeah,
it,
of
paddle?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think it's a bit pointless. Like, you two couldn't play each other. You got to have
No, we
someone
still
else.
could play if you find
Yeah,
someone decent.
we could go cross court.
I
If you
know,
played
but-
singles,
Yeah,
cross court.
cross
So you
court,
could, but it's not the same. So paddles is definitely paddle.
Who would win, Benny?
What? Are you good?
I would beat you.
No, I'll beat JT.
Can we arrange that?
I tell you what, you bring a partner and I beat you both. Me versus you two.
Oh my,
There
really?
you go.
All right, you've heard it.
Sorry, don't you know the geezer that's number 2 in UK?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we'll put some money on it as
Oh,
well.
no. Please tell me you're better than Gabs.
Yeah,
I've
beat him,
seen
yeah.
Gabs.
Jesus, I've done it again.
Oh,
Pulled the whole thing off.
Oh,
Gabs looks woeful. I've seen Gabs play.
He's getting better though.
Is he?
Yeah, I promise you, he's getting better.
can I just say, have we got sound? Because I've lost sound. Have we got it? We're okay?
Are we all good, yeah?
Okay, we're okay. Just stay where you are. Don't move.
No, we get a
Right.
game. Be
All
good
right,
too.
100%.
That'd be good. Can we come down and film it?
Absolutely.
Why don't you play? Because you're
Oh, no,
play.
I've splintered my pancreas.
See,
No good.
you're right.
Let's talk football, shall we? Because we've got you for another 3 hours. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
okay,
great, yeah.
fine. We were just talking actually before you came in about your old side, Chelsea. They're in the conference final tomorrow. And one of the questions I asked Betty was how the players, not the fans, the players would view this. Certainly on the back of a tough season, but one that has come, of course, with qualification for the Champions League. How do you think, if you were in that dressing room waiting to go out tomorrow night, how would you view this competition?
Not one you want to be in from the outset for me, but when you're in it, like always, you go in it to win it, and I think they've given themselves a really good chance to go and do that. I think securing Champions League football next year via the league is great, but when you're in these big finals, you want to go and perform on the big stage and stuff. And Betis are a good side, by the way. It's not going to be an easy game, so it's going to be a tough game. But I think we're good enough to do it. We're probably young and experienced is our one thing, which is a plus for the football club as well, if that makes sense. But in these big games, that can also go against you a little bit. So that's the only thing that kind of goes against us, if I'm honest. But I think they've rose to the challenge. I think the weekend they did as well, which was a big game in front of the Forest fans, and they performed. The boys performed on a big occasion, so I think they can do it again.
Who do you think this season for Chelsea is like really impressed you? Of course, the obvious answer would be Cole Palmer, although I don't think he's been as good this season as he was last.
Yeah.
But for you, JT, has been the most important player this year?
Caicedo's been excellent this year for me. I think in the first season, first few months, wasn't the player that we see at Brighton. But I think naturally over time, when you arrive at another big club, sometimes you're probably too keen to impress and didn't go well, picked up a couple of little niggles, but I've seen him this year and he's been absolutely superb. You know, just in front of the back four as well, because we're quite young and he's a little bit more experienced as well, but breaking up the play, feeding the forward players when Cole was on fire and stuff early on. Enzo's a big player as well. So for me, he's a big game player. When I watch him, and also Cucurella as well, who's been a big threat in terms of goals, but every time I see him, as a Chelsea fan now, which I am, I go to the game and go, I'd take 11 of you week in, week out. His attitude and the way he defends is first class.
What have you made of the manager? Not just him as a person, but the style in which Chelsea play. When you were there, they were quite aggressive, quite attacking. It's a little bit different now, to say the least. He has come under a bit of criticism from some die-hard Chelsea fans. What have you made of him and his style of play?
I think the balance of results, for me, I think at times we've probably overplayed when the pressure's on a little bit. I think when we look to our area, Dow, when we played, you know, sometimes we'd have the option to go long into Didier, and it's not a long ball, it's a good ball from Peter Cech or to Ivanovic. You had the diagonal, but you could kind of break lines and stuff. And now I think we invite press a little bit too often, and I think other teams do it. It's not just Chelsea that are doing it. Man City have got a lot to answer for, I think, because I think Man City are the best at it, and everyone tries to do it, but they can't. So if you can't do it, I would always go, can we beat the press, play a little bit higher up? And I think the fans have been frustrated with that over time, and I get sometimes you've got to do that to suck teams in and then kind of get beyond them, but we've not done that as well this year. So naturally the fans get frustrated, but we've managed to secure fourth and we're there. So good experience from the boys this year. Champions League football for them, and making signings of attracting players is big for us next year.
How far do you think they are away from challenging for the Premier League? I know getting the Champions League is massive. If they win this trophy, that will help them as well in terms of that winning feeling. But how far do you think they are away from really competing and challenging for the Premier League?
I think we're a couple of years off, if I'm honest. I really do. Now, I don't want that to be headline stuff, but when I look at Man City, Liverpool, I think they're stronger than us at the moment. Arsenal have been really consistent as well, and I'm sure they're going to go out and buy players as well. So this is why securing Champions League football next year is big for us, because getting those extra players in that have maybe got a bit of experience or, you know, a bit more backup and a bit more strength and depth within the squad. So if Cole does drop off slightly, you can have somebody else that takes a responsibility away from him, because a lot of weight's been thrown on his shoulders this year as well. So I think if we can bring 3 or 4 big players in, which Champions League football does that because everyone wants to play that as well, I think we'll be better for it.
One of the positions I think you need strengthening is, of course, number 9 down the middle. Liam Delap has been linked to your club, in fact a whole host of clubs. Is that the type of player you think Chelsea should be looking at, a young player? Because he's not the finished article. And we've had this conversation before. We're both big fans, but we wonder whether a big club like a Chelsea is maybe too much of a big stepping stone right now.
Got to be like an in-between, yeah.
Are you a fan of his?
Firstly, I think Nico's been really good. Now, when I watch him play, he's probably one of a handful of strikers in the league that I think wants to play on your shoulder. Now, playing against that as a defender, that's a nightmare because it kind of stretches you that way and opens up that space in the midfield. So, one, I like Nico. He's probably not been as clinical as we would probably like as Chelsea fans, but I think if you're looking to go to that next step, you need to bring in someone who's proven, who's done it, who's scored goals in the Premier League, and that tends to kind of be an experienced player. I think the owners are quite clear they're not going to go down that route. They don't want to bring someone of 29, 30 years of age in on big money. It's going to be a different model and a different mindset. So I don't think we'll go down that route. I personally feel we do need that, yeah.
I've got to get your view on all things England. Firstly, what did you make of the news when you heard Thomas Tuchel got the job?
Very good manager. Obviously had him at Chelsea and seen him work, and both on the pitch, off the pitch. I think he could be the difference, I really do. I love Gareth. I love the changes that he made and everyone together within the England squad, because I'm sure Darren spoke about, you know, back when we played probably wasn't as tight-knit, and I think the players have that now as well. And I think clearly we have the players within the squad that are good enough to go and win these trophies and compete in big finals. And I think Thomas is going to be that difference and give us something. I think he gives us a little bit of an edge.
What do you mean? There are some players he's picked that are... I'll mention the names. Jordan Henderson's one that a lot of people are surprised about. I'll mention Ivan Toney as well, because we're not seeing too much of him play. I sort of get the feeling that he's picking an England side, unless they're nuts, just to win the World Cup, right? But he's not looking long term. Maybe young, like Adam Wharton at Palace, right? He's not looking long term at these players. Is that a problem, do you think, or is he doing things the right way?
Not for me at all. If I'm a manager, I don't look at 8-10 years time. Yeah. I look at the here and now for me, and I love the fact that Jordan's in. I'm a big fan of his. I think the experience that he gives, everything we've just spoken about Chelsea and other teams in the Premier League, we need that experience and we need that. Jordan gives us that. He's been there, he's done it, he's seen it. He's a leader both on the pitch and off the pitch, and sometimes he can just steady the ship a little bit as well. He'd be good for the manager because it'd be a good sounding board for him. So I think it's a great plan to have him in, and no, I don't think he should be looking any further than 2 years' time. Look at the next tournament and go from there.
When you look at the two centre-halves, JT, who would be your first choice pairing?
Good question, throw me right on the spot there. Mark Guehi's been excellent, I think. Yeah. I do love Tomori as well. I love Fick. Don't know, you throw me right on the spot. I've just gone for my Chelsea boys. I've gone Chelsea boys, you know.
Very Chelsea heavy, that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you've got Stones, you've got obviously Maguire, Gehi. I'm with you. I think he's one of the best of the bunch as well. Konza at Aston Villa.
Yeah, obviously Adez and stuff, and again you go experience Stonesy and stuff like that. So I think they all have a part to play at some point. You know, I love the fact that Gehi and Fikar are really quick and stuff. You can maybe play a high line, and you know, different teams against different against other teams is completely fine as well for me.
Just a quick word about you. I know you're loving life at the moment. You're playing a lot of golf. We've seen a good mate of yours, Frank Lampard, nearly, you know, do the unthinkable at Coventry, because when he took over, it was all about survival, and he got him into the playoffs and nearly got him, of course, into the Premier League. It wasn't to be this season. It might be for next season. But I know you've been involved in football for a long, long time. You ever fancied being number one in the dugout, the manager?
Yeah,
What's happening with that?
When I left Villa, and I had to leave for a personal family reason, but I come back down, spent some time with my family, and then I applied for a couple of jobs, and we're not talking Premier League or even Championship. It was lower than that. Well, actually, Sunderland was one of them.
Oh, wow.
Had a really good meeting. You know, I'd sat in a couple of meetings with a few teams and owners, and sat with the Sunderland guys, and you know, I'm sitting in it going, this is going really well. It's the best one I've kind of interviewed for. And we kind of had a little bit of a disagreement on overplaying and stuff and why they sacked their manager. They was the worst side in Europe about giving away opportunities. It was a couple of years ago. And kind of come back going, you don't have experience. And that was the feedback I got from three big interviews for me. And I can't kind of come away from that going, I've captained Chelsea for 22 years. I've captained my country. I've worked with some top managers. Like, I've got something to give. I'm not trying to be a Premier League manager overnight. I've done my kind of groundwork with Dean Smith at Aston Villa. I've done all my badges. I've got everything. I'm ready to go. And to kind of hear that was a little bit disheartened, to be honest. So I'm not looking to get back in at all. I'm working in the academy with Chelsea 2 days a week, part-time. I work with the kids, which I love. I'm working with mainly the 16s, 18s and 21s. I'm doing some clips after games with them, doing some mentoring with them, which I love. It's 5 minutes around the corner for me. Chelsea's my club and always will be. And you know what? I'm just enjoying life and playing loads of golf and paddle at the minute.
Have you got a hole in one yet?
I have actually, yeah.
Okay, talk me through it. When was that?
The Wisley, it was...
Face up. We've been talking football all the time. Now it's hole in one. Tell me.
It was 6 months ago, so... Yeah, long time coming though for me. And everyone said to me, once you get your first one, then you'll get 3 or 4 on the bounce, and I'm still waiting for the next one. So
how greedy is that? If you get another one, can you lend it to me? No, not yet. No. How many Premier Leagues do you win? 5. Would you give up one of those?
No. I got asked this today. It's the second time.
I haven't finished the question.
Okay,
for the Masters title.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. JT, what an honour. Listen, I know
nice
when you're sitting in that room and people are coming up to you, driving you mad, saying, you don't have to. And it's easy to turn us down. Everyone at talkSPORT and Drive really appreciates your time. It's really kind
of you, mate. Appreciate it. We always come for the main
paddle.
Cheers. Thank you.
We've got to get that game on.
Paddle, we'll do it, definitely. We'll get a game of golf.
Oh, you're breaking up, what? We're going to have a quick break. More for me and Benny right after this live and Drive on talkSPORT.
Welcome back to our Christmas coverage. Plenty more still to come.
This is Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, the bully Darren Bent. We're live from James Maddison's golf day. I tell you what, Benty, it's been a day full of star-studded guests, including, we just spoke to 5-time Premier League winner, former England captain John Terry. Been amazing.
I said he was captain for 22 years.
What?
He said he was captain for 22 years.
That's insane, isn't it?
It can't be that long, no.
Doing anything for 22 years is... if you missed any of that, we had James Maddison as well. I mean, the list, we've been very lucky. The list of names is endless. You can head to the talkSPORT YouTube channel and watch all of that wonderful chat. In fact, it started, as I mentioned, with today's main man, Tottenham midfielder and Europa League winner James Maddison joined us at the start of the show. And Matt has told us about the Europa League celebrations. And he also hit back at our very own Simon Jordan as their war of words continued. Let's have a listen. Firstly, congratulations on winning the Europa League.
Thank you.
How on earth does that feel to be a Europa League winner?
Oh, it feels amazing, you know. We've heard it so many times from you lot in the media for ages about Spurs not winning trophies, and it's always been a black mark against the club's name for as long as I can remember. And yeah, we put that to bed because we lifted a European trophy, and especially to see Sonny lift it in Bilbao was just a special moment, and yeah, no one can ever take that away from us now.
I mean, listen, it was incredible. I won't say it's the best game I've watched, but you managed to get it over the line. And as you said there, Son, who's been so consistent for so long since he got there, to watch him do that finally at the end of it, because he's had a tough time. He's not been at his usual 10 out of 10 standards, but for him to lift it, that must have been nice to see.
Yeah, because he deserved that for the last 10 years of being a Premier League great, where they just haven't managed to get over the line. And I've been at Spurs for 2 years, and you get very quickly labelled as a Spursy type player because people want to drag you down with that title. And Sonny's had it for 10 years because he's never won anything. Harry had it. You know, you all have it if you play for Spurs, but I watched him lift that trophy in Bilbao on behalf of all of us. So, so happy for him as a person, so happy for everyone at the club, all our supporters, and Yeah, we had a good celebration after as well.
So I've got a really question for you, because it has been a really strange season for both of you, because he's a Man United fan, obviously you Spurs. How did it feel for you? I know you're delighted to have won that Europa League, and fair play to you, you've already deserved it. But when you look at what happened in the league, is it almost a case of you've just put that to bed?
It's not put it to bed and forget it, because we know we have to be better than that. But I think it was quite clear from the new year onwards as well, kind of what the manager was prioritising a little bit. It was clear for us to see, clear for everyone else to see. Just from team selection, every game, listen, the manager's a winner, he wants to win. Even after we lost to Brighton at the weekend, he was still fuming. Like, he was angry, even though we'd just won the Europa. Like, because once you're on the touchline and his team's out there representing, losing, it hurts him, because he's been a winner everywhere. And I'm glad that he's still like that, because it installs it into us, and that's why. Listen, at the start of the season, I know it was a big thing, but he said, I don't usually win, I always win in my second year, which is a big thing to say, and we all thought it, didn't we? But then he managed to go and do it again. We did it again. And so I've got every trust in him and every belief, whatever, in what he's saying, because he can get over the line with trophies. So, yeah, the Premier League season was pretty unacceptable, finishing where we did, but I think if you look at the context around it, it probably wasn't a true reflection if we just tackled it normally.
I'll take that season.
Yes, of course, yeah, trophy, and of course Champions League football next season is incredible. It's interesting, when you started that little chat with us, you said you lot, the media, some more so than others.
I don't want to get into a pillar fight with Simon Jordan, but listen, even with the Roy Keane thing and the Simon Jordan, it's all a little bit tongue-in-cheek, you know what I mean? Over the course of the season as a player, you have to accept people in the media giving you criticism, and that's part and parcel. But when you win the trophy as a club, if you're not entitled to have a little dig back, then what's the point? People always want personality in players, and then they moan that there's not enough players with personality, and showing it off to the media. They're all robots with the same generic answers, and then the minute we have a bit of personality, we kind of get shut down for that as well. So no, I'll never change. Simon replied the starting lineup, didn't he? The screenshot of the starting 11 saying I didn't play. But to be fair, that just tells me that Simon Jordan doesn't really quite understand what it takes to be a successful team, because it's not just about the 11 players who play. It's not even about just the players in general. It's about the team behind the team that's just as important, you know? And I'm not even just talking about footballers in the back. I'm talking about the player liaisons who look after all of us and all our families, the physios, the canteen ladies, the gaffer, the coaches. We all win together. From the start of the season till the end, it's tough, man. The Europa League run is tough. It's a long season, especially with the new format with the extra games. And it takes everything. It takes all the squad, all players used, all staff involved to get us, the players, in the right place to be able to go and win. And we did that, and we're so happy. So we win as a collective. So everyone involved wins. The Tottenham fans win. We all win. So if Simon wants to try to take that away from me, then be my guest. But, you know, maybe just eat a bit of humble pie, put your hands up and say, OK, maybe James Maddison did win this season.
Yeah. How do you view the season? Because Andrew's interviewed afterwards, and I think the interview said, how do you see your season? He said, I thought it was a great season, right? I can't remember what Bentley's view on it is, but maybe mine's different to his, because I'm a Man United fan and we're right at the bottom.
No, yours was awful.
And well, my view was, if you win the Europa League and get Champions League football, you've won a European trophy, and we've got Champions League football next season. It's a good season. It's a really good season. Because your Tottenham's league form wasn't up to scratch, because Spurs are a massive club and it should have been so much better, how do you view your season as a whole?
Amazing. Historic.
Yeah.
Well, when you ask me in 20 years, Goldstein, when you're still coming to my golf day in 20 years, I'll remember this season forever. So, you know what I mean? It's okay, we had a bad league form, but what is football all about, though? It's about that's why it's been held against the club's name for so long, because it's about trophies. If you offered me 5th now and just take away the Europa League, I'd laugh, wouldn't I? I'd laugh at you. So it's all about silverware, and especially with this club, I'm so grateful and so happy that I was managed to be a part of the team who managed to break that curse, because Tottenham fans have suffered, man, you know.
And remember to watch the whole of that interview with the Spurs midfielder James Maddison. You can head to the talkSPORT YouTube channel I mean, literally, it's like doing a show with a child, isn't it?
No, read that.
No, I can't read it out because it's a naughty word, Darren. But thanks for the compliment. If you want to donate to all the great causes they are raising money for today at Maddison's Golf Invitational, head to Maddison Invitational, the Instagram page, and you'll find the GoFundMe link there. We're going to have a quick break. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen when we come back? I mean, all the big names. Is that David Beckham? Is it David Beckham? When we come back, like he's not coming. Live on Drive on talkSPORT after this.
Before we go, more big moments, more debates, and more big laughs on the way.
Benji, you've done your top 10 managers for us.
So before we start, it's a difficult one because...
Sorry, the top 10 managers what?
Right now.
In the Premier League?
Yeah.
So basically, it's what 10 aren't good?
Yeah, no, there are just 10 that I think are better.
Okay.
But it's a difficult one. But listen, I'll start at 10.
Are you putting them in order?
Yeah, put them in order. It's hard, but he still had to, yeah.
Oh,
But so some of them are difficult, though, because I've left ones out who I think have been brilliant. So, number 10, I've gone with David Moyes.
Okay.
And the reason why I've gone with Moyes is the impact he had when he got Everton. I mean, they were on their knees when he got the job. And he's gone in there, and it almost felt like looking at Everton from an outside perspective is, what was all the fuss about? He just started getting results straight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They went from all of a sudden, they could go down them, to, no, what were we talking about? How silly do we look? So,
can I ask, are you putting these managers in for the season they've just had,
no,
or how great a manager they are?
A little bit like, because, listen, Pep hasn't won.
But he's number one.
But of course,
Okay.
right? So, it's a little bit of, not long term, but I think you have to add an element of career in there as well. What is wrong with you?
I've got hay fever.
Where's your tablets, bro?
I've taken it, bro. There's nothing I can do about it. You can only have one a day.
Live radio and just sneeze at the place.
I didn't sneeze. I lifted that.
Go on, get out of the way.
No, I don't want to say
So,
that.
10 David Moyes.
Right. I'm so sorry. It's hay fever. There's nothing I can do about it. People suffer around the world. My eyes are itchy. Nothing I can do about it. Get on with it.
9, I've gone for Andoli Iraola.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's been a tremendous manager. The way Bournemouth played this season really gave them belief. He went on some unbelievable runs as well. I like his philosophy. I like how he's got the best out of players as well. I mean, Bournemouth had a good season this season, you have to say. Where did they finish? 9th this season, which is a good finish for them. So I've gone for Iraola at 9.
Okay.
Number 8, I've gone for Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm looking at you, and you're making me want to sneeze.
Sorry.
Right.
I'm Mexican.
Sneeze.
I can't just do it. I'm not like a dog. I can do it on cue.
So
wouldn't that be a trick?
All right, listen, I'll talk to the camera. So now 8, Maresca. I think that he's had a very, very good season. Chelsea winning the European Cup as well. I don't know if this is my camera. This one is, yeah, Maresca winning the European Cup as well. I thought he was brilliant. A lot of noise around him when he got the job. I thought he was exceptional. Getting Chelsea into the Champions League.
I'm surprised you've only put him up.
And winning the trophy as well. Until you sneeze, you're not allowed back.
There's nothing I can do. The sneeze might not come out.
So, yeah, I've got Maresca at 8.
Okay. It surprised me, that one.
Why?
Because I just think he's had a brilliant season at
It was
Chelsea.
1 year.
Yeah, I know. Okay, it's difficult for me to get my head around how you're ranking these managers.
It's hard. Pardon. Number 7.
I've taught him so well, haven't I? I'm so
7. Nuno Espirito Santo has to be in there.
Okay.
Because you're talking about this season. Like, I like what he did at Wolves.
But you're not grading him on this season's work, right? It's just overall, it's a package.
A little bit this season, but also in terms of a collective. Do you know what I mean? So, and you'll
His
understand.
time at Spurs weren't great.
No, it was okay. It started off well. He won Manager of the Month for Spurs, month.
Yeah, his time at Wolves was amazing.
Amazing. But also, I think he had a bit of a hard time at Spurs. Because when you look at his record, it wasn't that bad.
No, and you're right, but it was just the style of football they didn't like.
Save Forest a couple of years back, then obviously finished
okay,
this year.
I get that.
So I've gone for... so this is the one where I'm talking about...
What number was that, Nuno?
7.
Okay.
6, Oliver Glasner. Because
I can't. Yeah, I mean, he's won the FA Cup. I can't.
he's won the FA with Palace, but not. Do you know what it is? It's not even so much the just to win the FA Cup. Look what is Palace. How many times have we sat there and gone, "What's that? What's him?
What are Crystal Palace?
What are Palace? What are the expectations? They have the best season. They finished 12th. They have the worst season. They finished 12th. Do you know what I mean? It's stuck in that same spot.
Yeah.
But the fact he's come in the back end of not last season because it feels weird saying that, but the season before when they had Elise, Eze, Mateta, that run he went on where 7 games in a row winning was brilliant. Then he got off to a bit of a blip this season, but once he got his players back from injury and he started firing again, delivers the FA Cup. I thought Crystal Palace were exceptional, 12th again this season.
Yeah.
Yep, 12th. Oliver Glasner. And he's now been linked to all these top clubs as well. I've got him at 6.
Okay.
Number 5, Eddie Howe.
Yeah, I'm amazed he's not higher, actually.
Yeah, Eddie Howe, he has to be. No, why are you amazed about that? Like,
I think he's a fantastic manager.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Delivering that bit of silverware for Newcastle. But again, what he's done for Newcastle, building this team, turning some of the players they've got into world beaters, an identity, the way they play, going to St James's Park, tough place to go. And not only that, the man management skills. Could you look at what happened to Tonali with the whole betting incident and stuff? The fact he's looked after him and brought him back into the fold. And look how good he is as well. Joe Linton, what he's done for Joe Linton in terms of
Oh, my goodness.
his coaching. Alexander Isak, now probably arguably in the top 5 centre forwards on the planet.
There it is. Apologies. Sorry, it's hay fever. I'm trying to cover up the
eyes
noise.
all red and
I
everything.
know. I'm a sufferer. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yes.
I'll take the pills.
But I've got
Sweating now.
I've got Eddie Howe at number 5, and I think he could have been higher, but you'll understand why I've not put him higher.
Okay.
Number 4, this might surprise you. Actually, number 4, I've got for Mikel Arteta.
We can say Ruben. Oh, what, you're not putting number 1?
No, okay. Number 4. It's a difficult one for this because I would like to put him higher, and there's an argument he deserves to be higher, right? Because you have to be in the top 10 or even top 5 if you finish second 3 times in a row. That's not by fluke. He's built a team.
Yeah.
And they should have won something, but come on now, he finished second behind Man City, one of the best teams, and Liverpool. Like he for consistency, he's got to be up there. Every single season they're challenging. I know he hasn't won anything other than the FA Cup.
You think Arteta's a better manager than Eddie Howe?
Yes, I do.
And Eddie Howe won the League Cup?
Yeah, I do.
I think that's insane, Benty.
Well, how?
Yeah, how?
He's finished second twice in a row, like 3 times in a row.
I think the fella's gone to Newcastle with what in your views,
Yeah.
with a worse squad than Arsenal's.
Yep.
And he's done more in his time at Newcastle than Arteta has.
Well, no, you go trophy for trophy. What would you rather win, FA Cup or League Cup?
Come on. You know my views on Arteta.
No, which one though?
League Cup.
That's a lie. But yeah, I've got Arteta. I know you thought I'd have him higher, but I've got him at 4.
Okay.
Number 3, Unai Emery.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Now, I think I know I get it. It was before it got to Villa, but what he's done for Villa, the transformation, Champions League, 4 European trophies, that has to come into the equation.
Yeah,
at some
and it's
point.
also when he took over from Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa, they were not on their knees, but they were
Level and points with a relegation, bottom 3. A lot of people were worried about will Villa go down. He has come in there and completely changed not only the dynamics of the team, but the dynamics of the football club. Like they're now challenging for Champions League every single season.
Yeah, belief is back at that.
Brilliant little run in the Champions League. If it wasn't for Donnarumma this season having the game of his life, then they might have gone a step further as well. So I think Unai Emery's been absolutely incredible. So I've got him at 3.
Okay.
Number 2.
Sorry, you not got Thomas Frank in there?
No. Number 2.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Well, Thomas Frank. It was Moyes. There was a few. Marco Silva. There was David Moyes, and there was, as you just said there, Thomas Frank. It's hard. Fabian Hertzler, another one. Good manager.
Okay.
Number
so Tottenham's manager, in your opinion, isn't a top 10 manager in the Premier League?
He wouldn't be in my top 10 yet.
Okay.
Number 2, Arne Slot. I mean, you can't rock over here. Season City, Arsenal, Man City. There was no Liverpool. People were like, I think they'll get in the top 4. That was it. He come in. He dealt with the contract situations in Salah. I know players will play better if they're going to get more money. I understand that, but Salah's probably had the best season he's ever had. Van Dijk dealing with the Trent situation. Alisson. I mean, I think he's been tremendous.
Yeah, I agree. And number 1's Pep.
And number 1's Pep. For obvious reasons.
Has to be, yeah. Oh, that's good.
What would you?
No, Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put him in there.
No, I wouldn't put him. Not yet. No.
I don't think I put him in the top 15.
About top 19.
Yeah, not 15 though.
Who's bottom of that list?
What so if Moyes is 10, I'd probably go.
Who's 20?
Frank 11.
Yeah.
Silva 12.
Glasner.
Glasner's
Oh no, sorry. Who's the one you mentioned?
Oh, who else is in that? Hertzler.
Yeah,
13.
Fabian Hertzler. Yeah.
13.
Kieran McKenna.
Obviously, Big Ange won a trophy when he was there. So that's 14.
Yeah.
Well, maybe your boy at 15.
15. Okay. Where are they finishing in the league? Perfect.
Potter maybe 6. Actually, Potter 15. You 16 maybe because Potter's just got here. He may be 16.
Okay.
I know I've missed a few out.
Scotty Parker.
We don't know yet, do we? Because he just got himself.
No,
up.
I know, but as a manager.
Probably have him over Amorim.
Would you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Would you swap for Amorim for?
Right now, I'd swap you for him at the moment. Get rid of you. See if I wish I could get rid of these sneezes. We're going to have a quick break. We've still got lots of big names coming up, including Peter Schmeichel will be joining us. I hope next. No? Peter Schmeichel's going to be about 6:30, but loads of big names coming up live and drive on talkSPORT right after this.
You've been tuning into the very best of Drive Time. Thank you for your company over the past few hours. Happy New Year, everyone.